It's on that 7 or it's in the field? I'm serious. I think I can like start doing it. They're probably gonna get super naked.
So this thing can adjust here. Once you get this thing set up, right? You can adjust it to where you zero this thing out if you need to, right? You'll hear this certain amount of clicks. Some of these benders are a little older than other benders, right? So what will happen is some of these clicks will be exactly to 15 degrees. You've used one before, right? You always use the travel. So much, this is the one time where you actually will use that travel because it comes in handy. Once you gauge and bend to 90 and figure out what the travel is on that, you can always chop up your numbers and divide, you know, proportionally to figure out what an offset would be or how to bend to 30 degrees. Or if you want, depending on the model, you can maybe trust these arrows. But you can set this by just loosening this screw up and adjusting this thing to zero out, to make sure this thing's zeroed out. But these things aren't hard to use. Roman?
Right, so what's that?
How does this work? Well, okay, here's the thing. You'll hear a certain amount of clicks that click for the gears, right? And sometimes these are perfect. Sometimes it's like click, okay, I've gone 5 degrees or 15 degrees or whatever. And sometimes they're off a little bit, right? So you can't always trust the clicks.
This is just telling you where it is for the shoe.
For the degrees. So like right now, let's just say we're set at 0. I can slide this thing, this arrow, if I open this up.
Oh, and that's this bend, this is stationary.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I can set this thing like this. Set it to 0, right? We'll see if this works. So that thing's moved pretty close to 10 to 15 degrees. I don't know for sure. That's what I was saying. And then you hear 1 click, 2 clicks. Right? Yeah. Ooh. So now I'm at about 20. So it looks like this thing's moving 10 degrees. So every click should be about 5 degrees, right? Roman, you want to try this and see what that feels like? It's heavy. It's not that heavy. I think most of you guys should be able to push this thing down. See? It's not that bad, right?
Go all the way.
Oh, you go all the way. Oh, maybe you can. Got 90 though.
Most of these things run brand new.
There it goes. What's that?
Most of these things
Oh no, we'll go Google it, or you got your phone. I mean, I know you like to play with it all the time, so you can do something with that. Not tough. Definitely slower than a triple nickel. I've used these things up on roofs. I've used these things like in basements, in really isolated areas where I didn't have access to power. I was bending smaller pipe, usually like 3/4 inch stuff. It's great for 3/4 inch rigid. You know, I don't want to have to sit there with a 1 inch EMT bender bending 3/4 inch rigid. The bends just don't come out that perfect. With this, you can bend them pretty good. The other thing about a Chicago is you can get a real tight radius on your like 3/4 inch pipe and all the other pipe. This tends to be a tighter shoe than a triple nickel.
Yeah, that's not. There you go, that's 90.
Should we go grab a knife? Let me go grab a level real quick.
We got a little screen back though.
Yeah, that's why you think it's good. You already did your spring back. Let it go.
Long?
The one before that.
Probably
one,
overbent it.
it would have been
Man. That way I stay for going for it.